Biggie. 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 Well. What do we got over here? A cup of haters. What's up, y'all? It's your favorite broadcast member to the network, Immortal Biggiechat. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Sunday. Let's check out these. First off, turn on the chat. How you do that? Turn this on. Bang. And let's look at the beats. All right, we're gonna listen to all these, see which one sounds cool, right? All right. What's up with the switch? Yeah, that's trash. I don't know about this one. Okay. Yeah. Swinging through the jungle with my dick in my hand. But they know I'm the man. And doing the king. Sitting in Mylars in a fly car. Bye jar. Jar Binks. Your shit pink. Alright. Okay, a little smooth out melody right here. Okay, I like that old school little beat right there. Big Shack on the 1 2. On the 1 to 2. They tried to assassinate my persona. Tried to take me down. Tried to assassinate you, boy. I got the haters. So far, I like Daydreaming. It's a little boom bap. Boom, chat bap, boom. Right? Keep it going. Oh, they hate the members. They hate the super chats. They hate when biggiechat gets a couple stacks. They hate it. They hate that the worst, y'all. They hate that the worst. Okay, I'm running out of beats. Lo-fi. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, that's pretty good. A little too quick though. I think I didn't want to. I think this one's the one. We did this one for a long time. This one ain't bad. All right, let's just roll with this one. All right, so what y'all think, man? I had my hunt and battle last night. We'll just say, surprise, surprise. I was surprised. I don't know if y'all were surprised, but I was surprised. And it was a battle. It was a little rough, and you might win, but you still lose sometimes. Even when you win, you lose. So that was something. Had that. We had Razors, DJ Links on the 1s and 2s. Now I was conked out, but I did catch some of it, and I think they had a fun time. They did good, right? They did their thing, and I hope they all had a good time over there, brother. What else happened? Oh yeah, your boy won his 5th undervalued world champion, which that's the funnest thing I've had in the last few days. It was the five-time undervalued world champion over here, dude. Right here, man. This is where it's all about. Undervalued world champion, dude. Wasn't easy. You got to go through a lot of books. You got to sell a lot of speculation. But your boy pulled off 5 in a row. That was the toughest accomplishment by far in wrestling competition I've experienced. It's not easy to do. To put it on the line for a 5th time, should I be like Jordan and do 6? Like, I don't know, man. 6 is pretty presumptuous. I need some more books to get that 6th book. It's not easy, but I'm proud of all the members of the network with their books, because, dude, we get the best speculation, the best undervalued books in the game are coming from the network members. And win or lose, dude, killing the game. Way better than any other top 10. It's not even close at this point. Like, I don't even have to say it. Other people are saying it. So get your shit together and check it out. Watch the undervalued. Dude, we're bringing you speculation that ain't even listed yet. Ain't even in descriptions. That's the type of fucking shit we're bringing y'all. So it's going to be tough for anybody to compete with that. Those ain't easy books to figure out. Let's shout out the chat. I see some membership all-stars in here. We got a lot of comments going. The Great Legend Show. Great Legend said he'd have my back. No one else popped in. Strange Dog. Anyways. We got Drew Manchu. I had a real good time with Drew the other day, dude. Drew's a fun dude, man. Might have to drop the link, see what Drew is into. And Darth Lopez, a front runner for new channel of the year. Him and Chonko, I wish they could kind of split it, but definitely one or the other in my mind. Definitely won't get that. Oh yeah, we got Matt Likes Comics. Dude, Matt likes comics. Undervalued options. These last couple, he's been killing it, dude. Killing it. He joins me on book club. We're gonna be reviewing ASM 102, and watch out, because that's a good book. I think we'll see what everybody else thinks about it. You gotta read all 3 parts because it all works. TM Nerdy, the most friendly, charismatic of them all, dude. Like, when TM Nerdy puts the hey everybody come check this out stuff, dude, he's the best, dude. So Lord willing, your boy might get a Hall of Fame or a best show or something, because mainly TM, dude. It's all on TM. You guys from the CBC Awards might want to treat my boy a little more classy. Like, you be nice to TM whenever he's posting shit. I don't know what's going on. I don't know nothing. But yes. I think that's it. I got a little present for y'all. Oh, we got Birdman. Okay, y'all ready for the thing I got today? All right, here we go. All right. Now, I know there's some stuff going on in LA. My mom was a little worked up about it because of, she says the martial law was something I predicted a while ago. Oh, we got a guy in the back. We got a new member coming in from the network. Let me kill this and hit that bumper. Y'all ready for the next? Breaking news, y'all. We got Bleecker Street Comics joining the panel.
Just like that, back with biggiechat on the network, baby. How's everybody tonight?
Well, that was really smooth on me kicking myself off. Yeah, we were just discussing the last 3 or 4 days, the trials and tribulations, everything going on. I was on the undervalued stuff there for a minute.
Okay.
Pretty proud of the undervalued segment on the show. I think that people are enjoying it. And what else was we talking about? Just rando stuff. You know, I did bring up the Hunt match. Didn't really say much. And the Razor with DJ Links on the 1s and 2s just to get you caught up.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, how did I didn't really watch the 1s and 2s. How did that go?
I think they did good. I think that, you know, DJ did good. I mean, it wasn't like Saturday Flatter Day over here where you just flatter people, but, you know, it got a little sour at the end, but I think he's, you know, I think it's going to end up being good. I don't think he's as, he definitely didn't crank the volume up to 20. Like, he wasn't being over dramatic. So I feel like he's doing okay. You know,
I don't know what the point of, like, what is the point of the show exactly? Was he like interviewing DJ Links, or was he like asking him questions about the community, or I'm guessing?
Yeah, it was a lot of questions. I didn't watch all of it. There was some music.
Okay.
I kind of fast forwarded to the end where I thought I might get brought up.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
But, the parts I did catch, like they played music and DJ kind of stood there, and it was a bunch of like random questions about DJing, pretty much.
Yeah, well, DJ's a pretty interesting cat.
Yes, and I just don't know how they get. I mean, I'm not trying to jinx them, but I don't know how you play music. Like, I kind of cut off the music really, but there was a little bit of music. I just don't know how that works, but hopefully he can keep his video up. Like, don't be trolling and trying to get people in trouble, guys. You be nice to everybody is what I'm saying. And,
it's a good idea to be pleasant, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We try.
So I got me a little toy today for $1. Here, I'll show you. Got me a little flag. Woo! Yay! I mean, $1.
July 4th is coming up.
Yeah, it was $1. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Well, you gotta buy it for $1. Geez.
Yeah, it seemed like a sensible thing. Like, I kind of been running, dude. Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about. The fucking LA stuff. Have you ever?
Oh, I didn't see too much about it. I know Ice was. I saw a little bit live. Like, I was flipping through some reels or something, and there was some lives of it. I saw the cops say, get away from the trucks, everybody back up," and all that shit. Right. And then I saw some people yelling at them. So I don't know exactly what happened.
Yeah. They're posted down there. The military is definitely martial law. That's kind of how it starts, bro. Like, if each state gets the countrywide freaking martial law, we would be getting separated from our families and all types of bad stuff. So hopefully it cools the fuck down.
Yeah, I don't love the whole thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like a fan of people going anywhere illegally, but I don't love the whole. I don't know. That whole thing is just fucked up to me.
Yeah, maybe ease into the whole fucking everybody's lives up shit. Like
Yeah, yeah.
a little more calm about it. I don't know. Like it sounds really fucked up though. I don't like to see any citizens getting messed with. There's my thing. Oh, my fault, TM. Hold on, TM. I kind of
Breaking news.
TM gets a serious one.
That's a serious.
I got a deep voice.
Welcome
Breaking
to
news.
Yeah, so here's my thing is that like if any human being, I don't care what place they're from, comes and they've been here for like 10 years or so and they haven't broke any laws, like give them a fucking break at this point. I'm gonna go in another room, talk to my kid. I'll be right back though.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know too much about that stuff. I know it's causing a lot of hardships in the states, but I don't know enough about it to talk about. Yeah, Los Angeles. I know. I saw it was in Los Angeles. How you doing, buddy? Got the great legend in here. We got Mon Comics. We got Matt Likes Comics. TM Nerdy. Even though he's here, he's also
right here.
he's
Dude.
here, but he's here. You know.
Yeah. So what we're forgetting is the most important thing, and it's coming next. It's coming in a month, like a month and 2 days or 3 days, and it's going to be the biggest thing to hit this summer, and that's Superman.
Superman, the biggest thing to hit the summer. All right.
Yes, Superman, guys. I want you guys to all go out and see Superman. Please do me a favor, if you can do me a favor, and just go enjoy yourself this summer and go see Superman. That would mean the world to me.
Superman. TM has stocks in the movie industry, as you can.
No. Actually, I'm owned by Disney, so this is kind of it's kind of weird. Like, I don't tell Disney I'm promoting a Warner Brothers movie.
Disney's gonna give you some shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be seeing. I think I'm gonna go. That's one movie I might go see in the theater. Superman. It's almost a probability at this point. What does everybody in the chat think? Do you think Superman's gonna do better than Fantastic Four?
It's gonna be close, bro. I think it's gonna be like damn near a tie, honestly.
So what I heard, and I guess this is true. Who that was looking it up? Superman, with all of its, the movie plus its marketing, $590 million.
Spending the most money. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, dude. I don't know if that, because I don't think that's like the biggest budget ever.
That is such a huge
like
budget,
I don't know if he's gonna be.
Well,
that would be so hard, because like you're already setting yourself up for failure, because even if the movie's good and like you make like 800 million and stuff, that's still not like, you need to make double your budget to really be successful.
Yeah, it's not enough. It just
so like I don't think the James Gunn is like betting all of that on that movie, and so I guarantee you Warner Brothers would not sign off on that either.
That's insane. But what do you think, Biggie Shack?
I think that when they do sink a lot of money into a project, it ends up being good, because when Superman was made, it was the most they ever spent at Warner Brothers to make a movie, period. Okay. And then when Batman was made, it was the most they ever spent to make a movie, period. So maybe this is signs of that. I don't know.
Yeah, but that was when they first started off, right? Like, I know that this is a new beginning for them and stuff, but Warner Brothers has not been doing too well in the superhero genre as of late.
That's a lot of money to bet on a movie, man. That's a lot.
Yeah. And like even the Man of Steel, like if you look up what it made, it didn't make that much.
No, people. I actually liked Man of Steel as a movie. A lot of people weren't happy with it, but I enjoyed it. I don't
No.
know, bro. 590. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, guys. It's Matt.
Matt, how you doing, buddy?
Good to see
Pretty
you,
good.
Matt. The most
I
channel.
come. Go
What's
ahead.
up? Yeah, the most informative channel from 500 to 1,000. Matt likes comics.
I hit 600 subs today.
Frig, yeah, man.
Good
Yep.
job, buddy.
Congratulations.
I will be setting up my giveaway very soon.
Good. What did you come on to say? Did you say you were going to do something?
Yes, I happen to be on holidays the week Superman is coming out.
Ooh.
So my plan is to go for the midnight showing as early as possible, watch it, and determine if I can go back in the evening with my kids.
Oh,
If not, I'm going twice by myself.
Oh, yeah. I can see Matt like double dipping to get the numbers going. I see that.
I
Well,
figured
you
you're
know-
out for the whole week, Matt. I figured you'd go to matinees all week. Then.
Well, it doesn't come out till the Friday.
I see.
You know.
I see.
Breaking news. See, I think my voice is better, but here we go. Drew,
Oh, look at
That's
this guy.
marvelous.
Look at this guy coming in.
rookie guy right here, guys. Now,
I was just watching Hereditary.
Oh, yeah, what a great movie, right?
Oh God, what a piece of shit!
Oh, yeah. Okay. Go watch another Fan 4 stick.
I will watch Fan Four Stick again before the new movie comes out. I can tell you that much. I want to go in with the highest of expectations in comparison to what I've seen.
fantastic foreskin.
Hey, man, that's what you said I had.
So yeah, what do you think about the 500 milli going in or milli? Yeah, going into the Superman there, Drew.
That's the budget they're saying, 500 mil.
590 with everything all included, like marketing.
I don't know. I gotta look this up.
That seems high.
It seems so high.
I don't like it.
High.
The
I think-
marketing will be $250 million because they're really going to make a push.
Yeah. If you're including marketing, I guess that's different. With the marketing budget is normally about the same amount as the budget of the movie. So if you're looking at like a Avengers Endgame, it was like what 350 on the budget or something like that.
Yeah.
They probably spent 700 million altogether to market that movie as well. You know, so when you think of it in those terms, it doesn't seem that big of a deal, but there's definitely a bigger marketing push behind this Superman than I think there was behind the Man of Steel.
I kind of like it. I can't lie. What do you think, Matt?
Honestly, I really think that this is make or break in the sense that I think that if this movie doesn't do well, I think we're seeing the end of DC movies, and we may see the end of DC Comics because I really feel that Warner Brothers, Discovery, who bought Warner Brothers, was looking to dump Warner Brothers, and I don't think there's any takers anymore if Superman is a failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Hey guys, I just want to say, my birthday is in July, so for my birthday, could you guys go all see Superman? I don't want it to fail.
I'll tell you what. I might not go watch it, but I'll pay for an extra ticket.
Is this your new skeleton crew?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Look, I think that there's absolutely no way that this Superman movie isn't better than the depiction of Superman in the Snyderverse.
I agree.
I think that it would be very hard for them to drop the ball that bad again.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people were enamored with the Henry Cavill Superman because we finally got Superman fighting at a level that like the action was finally where Superman needed to be, right? But like the character was so far off that a lot of people who only know that DCEU Superman as their Superman movie, Superman, they don't understand who Superman is. I think this is going to, this Superman movie looks like it's drawing from enough different corners of the Superman mythos, that it's going to be a well-rounded take. And I think that it's hard to believe that, like, there are people who don't care for James Gunn's style of film. I get that. That's fair. You're allowed to have preferences. But to think that that guy doesn't have the ability to take characters like Rocket Raccoon and Groot and make them household names, to think that he's going to struggle with Superman to find and reach an audience just seems a little bit far-fetched to me to think that this movie is not going to be good.
Also, like, he took a character like Peacemaker too, who hasn't been. He's now relevant, but like, they and made it like they're going to have two. They have the first season was successful, and I guarantee you the second season is going to be successful as well. So he took a character that nobody really knew. Also, with Polka Dot Man, people gave a shit about Polka Dot Man.
Yeah, but here's the thing with Peacemaker too, is like with the Guardians, he did take some liberties. Like, they're not exactly the same as they are in the comics. I mean, Quill is, Rocket is, Groot is, but like, you know, Drax is a fairly different character.
Very different. Yeah, very different.
You know, Gamora is a different character. You know, you get Mantis is a different character altogether. Ego, he took liberties there. You know, I'm not going to say that he's going to stay like rigid. Peacemaker's pretty freaking rigid to the source material. Like, Peacemaker is a funny show. He's not necessarily a good character, but as far as like the comedy is in the fact that Peacemaker is a ridiculous.
Drew, I think you're cutting out.
Cutting out a little bit, yeah.
Oh, it's probably my internet's.
But there's also, so we just had what everybody said was a successful movie that turns out not to be a success at all, which is Thunderbolts. Everybody loved the movie. I've heard nothing but great things about the movie, regardless of your
really good
taste
flick
in movies. And guess what? It's a flop. So that just gives me a hard, like, $500 million. Overcome that. And then they have to, they got to at least double it to make a profit, I think. So it's
that's why I don't agree with high budgets like this.
They
Like,
have to do $1 billion just to.
I think the Thunderbolts suffered from the fact that the people that the Winter Soldier Captain America the Captain America movie that recently came out.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as anticipated. Yeah. And I think that people were a little gun shy about going to see Thunderbolts for that reason. DC's a little different.
Mouth would have overcome that because I heard everybody said it was amazing. It's so good. It's so good. It's so.
It is. I went and saw it in theaters, and I overly enjoyed Thunderbolts.
I saw it twice.
See, everybody loved it.
All right, now let's talk about John's Comics with Kids being completely wrong about and Captain America 1. So Cap 4 was better than Cap 1. And I completely... Here's my number one problem with that is that the U.S. military looked like a Temu security for a bar compared to the real military that you saw in Cap 1. That's my start. You guys can say what you want.
Well, I've already given John a lot of shit for his take on Captain America 1 versus Captain America 4, so I'll lay off of John. But John, you're very wrong.
I'm not familiar with this take, but I'm interested.
Oh, he basically said that Cap 4, all the haters were wrong, and he was right.
So I will say he's just trying to be edgy. And Cap 1 had a better story. Like, you had an arc from him becoming who he is and stuff. I get that that's the kind of the same story. We get Sam getting into becoming his own, but we had a whole show based on doing just that with that character. So, like, I feel like we already done that. And then it was just sidelined by having a mastermind that wasn't a very good mastermind in the entire movie that was kind of controlling General Ross and then of course it has nothing to do with the movie, but marketing did sour a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people gave it a bad score, is due to the fact that they marketed it as like a Red Hulk / Captain America movie when that's not the case.
And I'm gonna
But
say
yeah,
I don't think it's poop. I didn't love the movie, but I wouldn't say it's
I
like,
thought it was okay,
oh
but
my
when
god, what a
it's
shitty movie.
like
It was
Captain
okay.
1 wasn't good, like I don't know where you're coming from.
I would say Captain America 4 was slightly above average. My
Yeah.
wife liked it more than I did. That was our last date night. We went to see Captain America.
Yeah.
And honestly, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
Like
Is that
they're doing what they can. The problem I see is right now you've got everybody's cutting back on things like special effects. Everybody's cutting back on like on they're getting newer actors who are cheaper, but that also usually means they're not as good necessarily, or they don't. But like they're greener, like they're newer.
yeah.
So I mean, sure, you can say, well, the Harrison Ford was there, but if the
I
right
was just about to say that.
okay,
Harrison Ford was
but
great
you
in
know
that movie.
something, Harrison Ford is older. He's a little more jaded than he was back when, like he was more hungry in Star Wars, where he took a very bad script and turned it into something good. Okay, and Hulk, I think Harrison Ford was a bad choice for the president.
Oh, I disagree fully.
I mean, he could have. They don't know. My point was he's high. I couldn't take him seriously as especially when he turned into Red Hulk. I couldn't take him seriously as that character.
He's the get off my plane guy. He is the president. Harrison Ford is the president.
Get off my
Get off.
cherry blossoms. I'm the Hulk.
Get off my red foot.
I don't know. I mean, I really liked Air Force One. There's no question about that. It's just I don't think.
Oh, Captain America 4 is way better than Air Force One. That movie is schlock.
No, but yeah, they're all schlock. I mean, like the whole point of movies are escapism, right?
Absolutely.
And as far as I'm concerned, as long as you can't say I just wasted 2 hours of my life, any movie is good.
Like, for all the drawbacks of Cap 4, the dog fighting with Falcon and Cap is awesome. The Red Hulk battle is awesome.
Yeah.
The setup for the adamantium was cool.
Yeah.
And everything else was reshoots, and that's fine. They took Seth Rollins out of that movie and gave you Giancarlo Esposito instead. Like, what do you really want from them? They're doing their best.
That was an upgrade. That was an upgrade.
Well, we don't know. Nobody saw that Seth Rollins footage, so
you bring up reshoots. That's what worries me about the Fantastic Four movie. The fact that they felt the need to redo the ending with the last 25 minutes, and like, what was so wrong with it before?
Well, my understanding is that they wanted to give the female Silver Surfer more of a heroic ending.
No, they gave the female Surfer a heroic ending, and she was with Storm, and Sue Storm, and she's with Franklin, and they left the other Fantastic Four out of the end of the movie. That's why they're reshooting it, because people were like, "What the fuck?"
FF4 is going to give. I think DC and Marvel are at their wits' end, and they're giving us what the fans want. We've been asking for Doom and Galactus for like 5 years.
That's true.
And
5 years, more like 20 years.
And they're just like, okay, we're giving it to you. Now, if they do it well, we'll see. I have more faith in FF brand, but I hope that it shouldn't be that hard to make Superman good. Like all you got to do is make.
No. And actually, I think part of the reason why it's going to be good is, yes, James Gunn is not necessarily everybody's cup of tea. But
It's good, though.
those who like him a lot, and they will go to that movie. They've also, this time, also didn't make it like, hopefully they don't make it depressing like they did with Man of Steel, or even the one with Brandon Routh.
No, you could tell they've changed that completely. Just with the color scheme.
And Matt, dude, it's getting, like, I said this, like, the way that they're going and advertising with crypto and stuff, it's getting kids interested in Superman.
That was going to be my next point. Is as long as Crypto doesn't act like the R2D2 of the movie, where all is lost and suddenly Crypto saves the day, we're
I'm
good.
cool with that too. I'm all right with that. Have Crypto
Well,
save the day.
I'm with
Yeah,
you.
well, in that case, why isn't the movie called Crypto? Because it would probably do just
It's
as
a
good.
backdoor pilot for a Crypto series on Max. Is really all it is.
Why is it
a
why is
little
it called
too much.
Fantastic Four when only one of the Fantastic Four members is in the end of the movie?
Oh,
So it's
we don't know that yet.
Fantastic 1 plus 3.
We don't know what the movie is yet. It hasn't come out yet. Let's give it a chance. Reshoots are give you the end product, right? It's not
Well,
the end product isn't what it was before they did the reshoots. And let's
That's
give
fair.
it some time to breathe.
That's
I think that we've got 3 movies coming out in July that are in the nerd sphere.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And the new Jurassic World brings the horror feel back when I see that trailer. So I'm digging that. I'm excited to see that.
That one, like I have no questions on. Like that one's definitely going to be successful.
I mean, it could be and it could not be, but like I think that the trailer looks good. It gave me a sense of that it's like a horror movie again, and that the big
As long
exciting
as
ride
Bryce
is going to
Dallas-
be about those thrills. And like both Superman and Fantastic Four, every bit I've seen of them has hit me in the nostalgia, has hit me in the feels, and has me emotionally excited for what these movies are going to give us that we've been missing in previous iterations of them. Could they completely flop? Yeah. Do I think they're going to be better than the last iterations on film of do I think that the new Jurassic World is going to be better than the last one? Yes. Do I think that the new Superman movie is going to be better than the last time Superman was in a movie? Yes. Do I think that the new Fantastic Four movie is going to be better than the last time the Fantastic Four were in a movie? Absolutely. So I think
that wouldn't take much, though.
we're
But
close
and
to
I'm also I like all of these movies pretty much. I don't hate any of these movies. But let's take that out of it. I'm not worried about if the movie's going to be good. We just had a good movie that failed. I'm more worried about are people going to see movies besides Wolverine and Deadpool? Like
that is a good point and stuff. Like the good thing is
putting
that
too much money into these movies, and are they going to recover it? No. And if they don't recover it, they won't make any more. So they made a fundamental mistake by putting in too much money to these movies.
I think the thing is that they're not going to stop making movies because maybe the budgets on these big tent poles for Marvel and DC have ballooned up, but overall the ability to make a special effects feature, the cost on that has gone down. So they're not going to stop making these properties in digestible format for us. It just might come differently. It might come in, they might realize that they're better off served putting $200 million into a limited series on a streaming service than they are putting out a big tentpole film. Either way, we still get to enjoy the stories and these characters. I think I understand the thought process of being concerned about what these movies do financially for the future of these properties.
Yeah.
But I think that when you look at properties that are digestible as entertainment, nothing is really even reaching the heights of these movies. Like Thunderbolts was a flop, but still did better than any other movie that was out during that time period.
Well, I bring to you Barbie. I bring to you
Oppenheimer.
Sinners that just came out made $1 billion. So there's some movies that make good money. But
yeah, I mean, sure, but overall, as marketable products, these things are failing on a giant level. No, they're just not as successful as they should be for what the investment is. I think that we're still going to get these properties shoveled to us in one shape or another for the rest of our lifetimes.
Okay.
The budgets just need to go down, right? Like the budgets definitely need to go down. Like the budgets on these movies are way too high. Like you look at Talk to Me. That was like a $4 million budget. It made its money back. There was a Blumhouse movie about a haunted swimming pool. It was a terrible movie. It was a low budget. They made their money back on that movie.
Right. We're not be talking about Hot Tub Time Machine. Fucking
No,
awful.
no. It was literally a haunted swimming pool, and it was terrible.
I'm just kidding. It is a terrible
We
movie. But that's
haven't
a
brought up
terrible movie that I love.
Avengers yet, though. What about Avengers Secret Wars?
Doomsday.
Got to be awesome.
Yeah.
They're
Nobody's
all going to be awesome.
coming.
It's the MCU. Never a failure.
Oh,
At least
yeah.
in terms of creative achievement. Even the Eternals. It's great.
What?
No, the Eternals is
I'm
great.
interested to see what a team of 6 perfect people and 2 bumbling fools will be like.
Damn. Bumbling idiots and 6 fools.
And again, I don't know about any of this stuff. I just like to pose the questions. I just like to ask, see what people think.
Yeah, I think the Avengers might be. Okay, here's the problem, okay? Wolverine Deadpool had a whole year of space. There was no other competition. All these movies have competition. So most families go to like 1 or 2 movies a year if you're lucky.
Yeah.
It's going to be
I can speak from recent experience that to take my kid, like my wife and I, to take the kids to the movie after snacks and admission and all that stuff, it's $100 minimum.
You don't got pockets and a dollar store around you?
Movies in Canada have extra taxes on them on the tickets and stuff, so it's hard to avoid.
Yeah, but don't buy a damn snack at the movie theater. Get some snow caps at the 5 and dime and put them in your pocket.
We take them once a year, but twice a year tops. You know, it's not like that's part of the experience is getting the snacks at the theater.
I feel you.
Also, like I do agree, Bleeker. Like it's movies are expensive, and it's people are picking and choosing what they want to do. But we got to also remember when Barbie and Oppenheimer came out, that was in the summer, and people like to go out on the summer to go see a movie. So it may have the same effect. Like the Jurassic World, Superman, and Fantastic Four. Like everybody is already combining those together and saying it's the summer of movies. July is the time to go see the movies and stuff. Like I want to go see all 3 of them in theater. I'm not sure if I will or not, but I definitely will be seeing Superman and probably Jurassic World.
I haven't seen a movie in years in the theater, and I will for sure be going to see Superman in the theater.
I don't go to the movies in the theater like I used to. I didn't after Spider-Man. After the Spider-Man movie that came out after Avengers,
No Way Home.
No Way Home. That was the last movie I went in the theaters until Indiana Jones came out.
Oh,
so that's a few years.
I actually liked the last Indiana Jones movie.
I took my son to that. That was not bad.
Hot take, man. The Indiana Jones sequels after the original trilogy are way better than the Star Wars sequels after the original trilogy.
Not a hot take at all.
I'll take aliens and Nazis over Rian Johnson's take on Star Wars any day.
Yeah. And that's not. I actually enjoy The Force Awakens, and people are like, "Well, it's just Star Wars." I'm like, "I know, I love Star Wars."
Yeah,
exactly nothing wrong with
it. It just went downhill after that. Like The Force Awakens was great.
After that, I was like, "Ugh, this is awful."
Well, man, I think that a lot of the problem with the movies right now is that the theaters are just really poorly managing that experience. I think that you got a lot of shitty movie theaters out there.
So I'm gonna say something, and I want to lead by example. I hope that Razor does well, and I hope that Larry Niobe does well, and Slippery does well. These are comic books that we talk about on YouTube, and there's no point in anybody going to bed sour and bitter. Now, I don't appreciate the things. It hurts me more when my friends get hurt. I can handle it myself, but at the end of it, like, I want to put a message out that if someone's got to stand up and be the bigger man, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna say he's a decent person, and I hope that people treat him nicely. Be nice to Razor, be nice to everybody, guys, and hopefully it'll rub off and everybody will be nice. All right, I just wanted to put that out there. I hope my buddies don't get mad at me, but I was even thinking about hopping on his panel today and just being like having a fresh maybe we'll get there one day. I don't know that Darth and Razor will ever be cool, or TM and Razor and them, but I think it's mature to be I would like to be the first to be like, hey man, let's all be peaceful and shit. And if people hate me for it, then fuck it.
I'm a good to get people that are good to me, Biggie. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm his best friend, but I think that we should cut the fucking bullshit, and someone needs to be the bigger man at some point. You know what I mean?
Did something else happen that I'm not aware of?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I'm just trying to be nice, man. Like I think that you give me an opportunity to try to be classy, I'm gonna take it.
Hey man, I ain't never been mad at a man with an olive branch.
That's what I'm saying. Like let's just fucking cut it out, man. We could build this to be a mountain high of bullshit, or we could just try to be the bigger person at some point. I think it's a good thing to and stick to it, man. Let's stick to it and try to be fucking get over this dumb shit, man. We're doing comic books, like.
Well, I have to go because I got to get ready for my show, my Superman show at 9 o'clock.
yeah, buddy.
Take care, everybody. It's good to
What's
talk.
on the
Have a good show,
docket
Matt.
tonight for the Superman show? Anything
What's
good?
that? Sorry.
What are you guys talking about on Superman tonight?
Tonight it's going to be random books because in my case, I was at a show today and I bought some new books that I want to show.
Oh,
And I told Steppo and Nate, who are going to be my guests, bring whatever you want to show.
sounds good.
And we'll
buddy.
talk a little bit about the movie and all that other stuff.
Man, you're gonna show comic books on a comic book show?
I know.
What a novel concept.
I know.
Hey, have a
Yeah,
good
man.
show, Matt.
Take care, everybody.
Cheers, Matt.
Later, Matt. So yeah, that's all. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. The movies are going to be the movies, and they're going to do the movie stuff. But yeah, so how's y'all's? It feels like a 4-day weekend this week. Am I crazy? Do you think that the martial law shit in LA is going to be getting more hyped up, Drew, or do you think it's going to be the end pretty soon?
Man, I think that there's a disconnect between reality and what we're all being shown, and I think that I just hope that people are safe. And all I can say on that topic is, if you're not out there breaking the law ain't gonna break you.
Yeah.
So try to keep your nose clean, try to do the right thing, and even in fucked up situations, just kind of be the best person you can be and keep your own nose clean.
Yeah, but do you think this is going to carry over or end? Is basically it's got to end, right?
I mean, everything carries over into something else. You just hope that it all resolves itself in a way that people are safe.
Yeah, and I just hope there's no or anything like that.
We don't need no fucking incidents to make this bigger. I hope there ain't none like kind of manufactured. Like it's stupid because it's like you should be able to freedom of speech and be out there and
Yeah.
but not riot, but like picket or whatever you want to do.
Look, man, but I don't know what's going on in LA, like from a firsthand perspective. But all I do know is that, like, we've been being told by people from firsthand accounts that, like, that whole cesspool of nonsense out there where, like, there's just all this homelessness and rampant drug use, and like the businesses were shut down during COVID, and it just really went off the rails in a way where, like, anybody with the money to move out of Hollywood was moving out of Hollywood. Like it was a lot of people were jumping ship from California. So it's like it's a weird, wacky, wild world out there, and I don't know really anything about how it is on the streets out there. So
all I see is what I see on the news, and it never looks pretty. The news always tells it's just like, if it's talking about religion, it's always talking about the most hardcore religions, and it's talking about this, that, or the other. It always shows you the most dire straits. So I don't know what's true or what's not, but I do know that homelessness is definitely rampant. It's rampant here as well, like even close to me, which is pretty crazy. It's right around the corner. In fact, is a tent city. They pop it up, they tear it down. They pop it up, they tear it down.
Yeah, so it's pretty rough, man. It's pretty scary stuff. It's been, I mean, with the fires, and now you got this, and now you got that. It's like it does feel like California is kind of like a starting point, boiling point kind of spot, you know. And gee, I want is that a coincidence? I don't
I
think.
mean, like for me growing up, man, you heard about LA, right? And
Yeah.
there were certain things about LA that seemed sketchy and scary. Like you got the Crips and the Bloods and the South Central and all the gang violence. But
You saw
outside of that,
yeah.
you hear about Skid Row a little bit and the drug use, but like you hear about the Sunset Strip, man, and it's parties and lavish lifestyles up in the Hollywood Hills and you hear about people go out to LA to be famous, and the movie stars and all that, and the sunshine, and you think what a beautiful place, and then reality kicks in, and it's a city.
Yeah.
It's a city with a lot of problems, and a lot of those problems stem from illegal immigration, and a lot of those problems will be solved by these enforcement of immigration laws. But you get to the point where it's like that's too far gone to just flip a switch and expect it to go back to normal without some sort of boiling point. It's just really weird, and you just hope that there's a common decency amongst how people are treated throughout the process, but like at the same time, it's like you gotta put a fucking limit on some things.
Are these budgets way too high, or is all the spending suspiciously on things you can get write-offs on taxes? Are you talking about the movies
Yeah,
aggressive?
That's actually, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a bad point.
That's a
These
good
these
point.
companies are probably making money coming and going.
Oh, yeah. Somebody says they need so much money. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, who's attached to this project? Oh, yeah, we're charging them extra for that.
Wow.
Hey, dude, everything that Disney films in the United States has that same logo at the end of it, made in Georgia. State of Georgia be giving kickbacks.
I'm
I think
trying to wrap
I would imagine Disney gets the Disney tax when anybody has to work with Disney. Like, oh yeah, no problem. That'll be an extra $1 million, no matter what it is. It's extra million because you're
now,
Disney.
to be like clear on what I said earlier, like I don't think like I'm punking out. I just think like I'm open to change. Like if it keeps dragging, then it drags. Like I don't feel like I'm on. I don't know what could happen to run me off. Like I'm not getting ran off. I don't give a fuck what
Who
happens.
the fuck's gonna try and run you off? Whatever.
I mean, good luck.
Yeah,
But
that's ridiculous.
yeah, but the other thing is like I'm open to change. So I've done drugs and been homeless and all over America and California. Ain't no effing difference than Orlando, Florida,
or San Miguel or Mexico.
Mexico.
Well, I wouldn't want to
freedom of
live in Orlando, Florida, or San Miguel, Mexico either.
This
I
is just
might
an
not be
assault
the
on
best.
freedom of
speech.
speech.
What the hell, dude?
Might not be the best examples.
Shit, fam.
But I feel you. I mean, I feel you there. I think that there's a lot to be said for that.
Well, there's
an argument to be had.
There's a lot of families that just don't have homes. If they didn't have insurance, they're just kind of like there, probably. Like what do you do in that position?
Well, it's like it's a combination of poor political decisions, poor management on the city's part, and just a absolute shit hand being dealt from natural disasters and all kinds of different things going on. It's like, you're facing the consequence of actions that you've done and also actions that have just been done to you. It's just fate unmitigatedly unfolding upon these people.
I mean, at some point, like I'm all about like believing things happen, just they happen. But at the same time, like, can we acknowledge that California is probably the state that's most anti-president right now? Like, I think that's pretty clear, right?
New York.
New York. Okay.
A few of them, yeah.
I mean, he's kind of from New York, though. He's
I
got.
think the money that is in both of those places might not be against him,
Hey,
but
that's fair.
population density and diversity kind of draws that out.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at like liberal centralizations and trying to draw a comparison to that being the reason why these things are happening, that's completely believable. But I don't know if that's completely accurate. You know, it's like it just because you posit that something has a cause and effect doesn't mean that it's necessarily correlated.
I know the police here, they have, not in my immediate area, but like 45 an hour away from here, 45 minutes to an hour away from here, they, instead of, you're allowed to do whatever you want, you're allowed to do things and get away with it because it is what it is, blah, blah, blah. But they're starting to arrest people on site now if they're doing public drug use or if they're deemed to be publicly getting, intoxicated or anything like that. So they're gonna start cracking down on that pretty hard, and people are applauding it. That's for sure. I don't know, mental illness, drug use, not sure.
That's the thing, man. Is like you look at vice laws and you're like, well, who are these people hurting?
Yeah.
And the thing is, when you examine what the consequences of all these actions are, is they're hurting society. And when these things don't happen in your society, or when they're given the shun treatment and kind of pushed to the corners,
Yeah.
that makes people feel like they're living in a better society. It's just the way it is. It's like you can say what you want about like the freedoms that, or the liberties that you want people to have, right? But when people actually exhibit these liberties, it creates tension between different people. It creates these different societal, headbutting situations, right? And anybody who's from these inner city neighborhoods would much rather live in a suburban small town where people get along with each other and there's no fucking crime. Like,
Absolutely.
everybody would rather live that way, but nobody wants to have the responsibility of living that way. And the problem with living that way is it takes a cohesiveness of culture in order to live that way. And when you get these melting pots of different societies, it's just like there's so many cultural pressure points when you put different people together, right? And like, yeah, over time neighborhoods become kind of conglomerated, right? But then you still have the issues of neighborhood versus neighborhood, and these big overpopulated urban areas create this situation. And there's really no way around it, I think, from the point of sociology. It's gonna happen that way. And I think when you look at that, there are pressures from societies that have like dictatorships or more authoritarian leadership, more authoritarian governments, where you have this pressure on everybody, which limits their liberties and limits their freedoms, but also gives you a more streamlined and on brand societal way of life, right?
I would rather avoid that. I'm more of the opinion where the more power you give to the government, the more they take from you. So freedoms are very important to me personally. I get what you're saying, but
I agree, and
Yeah.
that personally is my opinion.
Yeah.
But factually, when you like do the math on these things, right?
Yeah.
That you can have more security if you trade that for freedom, and that's always been the American original way of thinking constitutionally, is that I will not trade my freedom for security,
Exactly.
right? But there are, I think that the only way to ensure security in a lot of situations is to limit freedom.
And I'm very hip to that American original way of I'm not going to give up my my freedoms to have a little security. I'd rather just have a gun in my pocket and figure it out. But
Yeah, and it's another one of those things. It's like the world might be a lot easier if government does things for you, but I believe that you should be able to choose your path, right? So it's like I mean, in Canada, there's socialized medicine, right?
Yeah.
Right, and we don't want that in America for a number of reasons, and we do want that in America for a number of reasons.
Of course.
But it's like the more control you give up to the government in that aspect, the more that you lose your freedom in those aspects. So it's a double-edged sword, and I think that it's all about the people coming together and discussing what the best ratio for you is.
I just know what I do know from history's sake is the more you're voting against taking away, remember when you're voting for things and taking away somebody else's freedoms, because eventually they're coming for your freedoms. So that's what I do know.
Thank you for the nice comments in the chat, great legend. Ooh.
Whoa. Promiscuous time traveler.
Thank you.
Oh boy. Dichotomy.
So in 47 hours, I mean, if you guys like comic books, this guy's giving away comic books in 47 hours. It's a friendly reminder to all you guys.
A free live.
That's on Tuesday?
It's like 2 days from now, 5 p.m. Eastern. Go to Son of Crom 1932. I'll be there, pretty sure, unless I forget. But you just claim it. I think it's even free shipping unless you're in Canada. So not bad, If you win a few, it'd probably cover the shipping. I don't know. The books I've seen people getting, they're pretty nice. So just a friendly reminder, go check out Son of Crom.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some books. I'm probably going to price tag them and pay the difference if I can. I don't know what I'll do, but depends on what I get. If they're decent or not, I think they will be. What do you got anything to say on it, TM? Are you busy on the California stuff?
I haven't really been paying attention to it, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Well,
very politically charged. Yeah, I would stay out if I were you.
Well, I think we're going to roll on out of here. Thank you for hanging out. We talked about movies. We talked about stuff going on the last few days, and we talked about the national politics. So hope y'all have a good rest of your Sunday. Go kiss your girlfriends. Tell them you love them. Your wives, your kids, everything, your mothers. I'm sure you tell your family you love them and support them. And everybody keep pumping out the cool content. And we will see you soon. Thank you to the people that hopped on today. We had TM Nerdy, Drew Manchu, Bleecker Street. I feel like we had somebody. Oh, yeah, Matt likes comics. Matt's doing Superman on his channel, so make sure you go stop by there. And
if you don't have a mother, go kiss someone else's mother. It's fine.
I don't have a girlfriend. I'm gonna go try to kiss somebody else's girlfriend.
I'll just go kiss my neighbor.
Hey, if you love yourself, if you ain't got no one else to love, pretty much. Yeah, see y'all later. I ain't gonna say I love y'all, but y'all are pretty cool.
Biggie.
Was somebody saying? Was you saying something?
Hashtag enjoy.
You know I was gonna do it. Yeah. Hashtag enjoy. Peace, love, and pussy.
Biggie. Biggie.